Turning back now to our top story, the stare down between Native leaders and the Harper government continues, and Kristy Kirkup is on Victoria Island, where Chief Theresa Spence's spokesperson just delivered a statement. Kristy, thank you so much for joining us. How is Spence reacting to this? Can you bring us up to speed?
Well, what happened today, there's actually a tremendous amount of action happening at Victoria Island, and certainly we've been here a number of times, but this is the day when there's the most amount of action, really, and the supporters of Attawapiskat Chief Theresa Spence were surrounding her today, and she emerged from the teepee that she has been staying in and sleeping in, and where she has been saying that she is not going to be consuming solid food, and she has been set up here for 25 days now, and she says that she is grateful for the support from all of the First Nations across Canada, from those in the Idle No More movement. And what she has said is, I guess, that she's grateful that there is going to be a meeting on January 11th, but she's going to be continuing her personal protest on the ground here definitely until then. She has been consuming herbal tea and fish broth, we understand, so she is going to be continuing that definitely until the meeting, and then it really depends on what happened at that particular meeting, according to her spokesman. She says that, really at the end of the day, they want to make sure that this is not just another one-day meeting. This isn't just another photo op, and certainly there have been a tremendous number of issues that have been raised recently with demonstrations right across the country, and again, it's kind of a patchwork, raising a number of different issues plaguing First Nations communities, including education problems, housing problems, access to health care, and the fact that these people feel as though the First Nations in these communities feel as though they are being ignored, and the government is passing legislation without constitutionally entitled consultation. So just to make it clear, she's going to be continuing what she's doing on the ground here again, waiting for that meeting with the Prime Minister, but then this could go on indefinitely. And there's another two leaders that have also launched their own hunger strikes, if you will, in support of Chief Spence. So certainly this is a continuing story, and Theresa Spence says that she's doing well health-wise right now. She's being monitored by a nurse. She is able to stand, but she does appear to be growing weaker and weaker, Nicole.
Kristy, quickly before we let you go, was there any mention of the kind of dialogue Chief Spence has had at all with AFN and Chief Sean Atleo?
Well, what happened yesterday was that the Assembly of First Nations National Chief Sean Atleo showed up here at Victoria Island, and he actually had a 2-hour meeting with Spence in the teepee. And what happened was Atleo and the Assembly of First Nations had invited Prime Minister Stephen Harper and Governor General David Johnston to a meeting on January 24th. And then Spence wasn't happy with that. She said that, she needed that meeting to happen sooner. She was going to be continuing her efforts at Victoria Island. And then overnight, somehow, I guess behind the scenes, the Assembly of First Nations and the Prime Minister's office seem to have carved out a deal where they're going to be meeting next week, January 11th, for that meeting that really has been in demand.
And does Theresa Spence, from your view, appear strong enough, healthy enough to physically attend that meeting herself?
Well, she says she definitely is going to be there in person. She is vowing to be there on the 11th. As I said, she does appear to be weaker than we have seen her in the past, but she's certainly vowing that she is going to be attending this meeting, Nicole.
Kristy, thank you so much for this report.
Thank you.
That's Kristy Kirkup reporting live over the phone from Victoria Island.